Okay, I'm sitting in my second office, my car, literally an Uber driver pretty much in the evenings, running my kids everywhere. I'm sure a lot of you are in this phase of life, so I always have my laptop and, work from the car while I'm dropping them at practice or waiting on them or whatever. So with that being said, I want to tell you guys, I feel like a lot of people get lost in, I don't want to make resolutions. I don't want to make, goals I'm not going to hit or whatever, but I am huge on rhythms and routines. And I think that this time of year is such a natural time to start to create new rhythms and routines. So I do recommend you think about that. I personally love to stop and kind of take inventory of what went well last year, what didn't go well, what kind of went well, and then kind of write some goals and things that I want to improve on based off of those things. And I do feel like goals are a few steps forward, a few steps back. And it's okay for goals to be a few steps forwards and a few steps back. When I look at, so my husband and I have pretty intentionally written, goals and kind of life plans, like where we want to be in 5 years, where we want to be in 10 years. And it isn't always linear, right? But there is always progress when you have intention and when you set intention. When I look back to the first time that we did, it was called like reverse engineering your life. And it was like, where do you want to be in 10 years? That was 12 years ago. And a lot of those things have happened because of being really intentional about continuing to look towards that goal. So whatever that is, it could be, something. It's not always, doesn't always have to be health stuff. A lot of times it's, wanting to be a better friend or more intentional with my family, or, I don't know, different like work habits and rhythms like that. So definitely like use the natural rhythm of the season. This is usually a little bit slower week for work and kids sports and stuff. Use that rhythm to stop and evaluate, what are those things that you're looking forward to and what are ways that you can get there. So with that being said, if there are things that are going to help you reach those goals, like for me, if you guys know me, I love my Peloton, which you guys know I teach workout classes like early in the morning. And so I love to go do that, but I also love to run on my Peloton. I love that I get on there and I don't have to be the instructor. They can just boss me around and tell me what to do. And sometimes you need those tools. You need to take away the barriers for fitness for you. If it is fitness goals that you're trying to hit, whatever the goals are, you've got to take away the barriers. So I set my clothes out the night before, right? Even whether I'm teaching or I'm going down to my basement to run on my treadmill, whatever it is, make easy access to those things. So like my walking treadmill with my office desk, I have to keep it I aesthetically cannot stand it next to my desk. So I put it under a bed and I pull it out and take it over to my office that's like on the side off of our bedroom. But you take away the barriers. If it was just right under my desk, I'd use it even more, I guarantee you. So with that being said, I do have a code right now for 20% off any of these awesome brands. So you should definitely check that out if any of those items will help you.